Hello everybody, I'm Sarah and I'm a recorder player. Hello everybody, I'm introducing today's video from my editing room with my coffee, which is a little bit weird, but hey ho. Firstly, thank you so much for all of your nice messages after I announced that I have joined the Royal Wind Music, which is a really great recorder ensemble. You were all very excited. And I was also very excited, so that's great. This past weekend we had 2 really nice concerts in Germany. And I'm really happy to be playing with this group. Tomorrow I am finally going to go on holiday after a very busy summer. So next week there will be no video. But I need a vacation, so I hope you can understand. Today's video is a kind of follow on from the past 2 weeks when I've been discussing how to stretch your hands to play the big recorders and how to get a good hand position. Today we're going to be looking at all kinds of solutions such as thumb rests, neck slings, thumb slings, crooks, bent neck recorders, keys, all of these kind of extra solutions. But one thing I want to make clear is that I want to help you play the recorder safely, and if you need an extra thing like a sling or a bent neck or whatever that makes it possible for you, then go for it. My main goal is to have you playing the recorder in a safe way. Yes. Let's watch the video. Okay, let's talk solutions. Thumb rests. A thumb rest on the back of an instrument can help you by alleviating the weight on your hands. For me, a thumb rest isn't so much about the stretch of your fingers, it's about the weight and the balance of the instrument. Personally, I think a thumb rest on a soprano or an alto is not necessary. It's much better to train a good hand position and a good posture, and then you don't need a thumb rest. If you feel you really need a thumb rest for your voice flute or tenor, then go for it. As you saw, I have the built-in thumb rest on my basset recorder. It just takes the weight of the instrument and allows me to balance in the right place. I don't use a thumb rest other than that. I used to have a thumb rest on my voice flute, but I lost it. And then I actually learned to play without it. I actually don't have a thumb rest here to show you. Often they are a kind of curved piece of plastic that you pop onto the recorder and then it sits there on the back. Or I've also seen people using a lump of beeswax on the back. I think I've seen that. It's important to have the thumb rest in the right position. Too low and you're going to have a strained thumb. Too high, you're going to have a strained thumb. Remember, we're aiming for this nice, natural hand position. But again, it's about balance. Sometimes I weirdly have the feeling like the recorder is falling through my fingers. But I have a very easy hack for that. It's a bit gross, but what I do is I lick each of my fingers, kind of rub them together a bit so they're just a little bit moist, and then I find they stick to the recorder. Easy and free. Not only are there thumb rests, there are thumb slings, I guess you could say. On the Renaissance Consort F bassets, we actually have these cords and they can be used to support your thumbs. So there's a cord around the base of the instrument and you can put your thumb through there. And you can put your thumb through there and it actually supports you while you play. Now, if you're using cord, it's really important to make sure it's exactly the right length, otherwise you'll be putting your wrist in a weird position. So what I like to do is make one myself out of hair ties. All you need is 3 hair ties. You're going to put one through the other and then you're going to loop it through itself. Take another one, do the same, put it through, loop this top one through itself. There we go. The great thing is it's a little bit more flexible. So then what you do is you loop this, put this around the base of the instrument, and then you just put your thumb through and it gives you that bit of extra support when you're playing. Oh, that was my book, that was my book. Could you do this for a smaller recorder? I'm going to try it on my voice flute. Okay, I'm putting it through, and because the voice flute's a lot more narrow, I'm going to double wrap it over. Oh. This could work. Maybe try it and let me know what you think. For the bigger recorders, I can definitely recommend using a sling. This is a bassoon one. You could also try a clarinet one. They come in rigid like this, but then that's readjustable, or elastic, that gives a bit more flexibility. It's nice and supportive and soft on my neck. And I just put this little hook into the circle here. I can adjust it. And all of the weight is then carried up here instead of on your hands and on your wrists. Then of course, make sure that this is all relaxed. If you have neck or shoulder problems, you can also get harness ones, crooks and bent necks. The challenge for the basset, at least a modern version, isn't going to be the stretch on your fingers. Because of the keys, the stretch is actually less than a tenor. It's going to be the rotation of your right wrist. I'm going to step back so you can see. Because the instrument is so long, we end up with this down here. So what would be a very natural hand position here becomes You can get bassets with a bent neck, and what that does is lift up the whole instrument. So you're changing from this weird position to something more natural. Same thing is true for playing your basset with a crook. I actually can't put this all together now, but you get the gist of it. If there's the crook, instead of playing down here, whoop, the whole instrument is moved up a bit. So that's bringing your hands a little bit higher, which can help. If a bent necked basset works for you, that's great. I've seen tenors with bent necks. I think unless you actually have physical problems, like maybe arthritis or something, they're not so much worth it. And then there's the matter of extra keys. I read a lot in forums of people that have very small hands and have extra keys attached to their recorder. Now, that is always possible. I would then recommend contacting a recorder maker and seeing how they can help you, because it's done for each personal case. They can assess what you best need. If you find big recorders a stretch, I can really recommend looking for a tenor with a C and a C sharp key on the bottom. I think with a good hand position, you are most of the way there. If you are in good physical health and your hands are not unusually small, you can definitely just develop a good hand position and actually play all of the instruments. There's nothing stopping you. However, if you are in the position that you have something physical that means that having keys or an extra thumb rest or a different model of recorder really helps you, of course that's fine. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for that. And it might be interesting to share your experiences in the comments below, then other people can read it and learn from it. Thank you for watching my video. I would be very happy if you would subscribe to my channel. To subscribe, click my voice flute. Thanks for watching and have a really good day. Bye!